Hey guys, Nick from SharpGo Photography here, and rounding out the last bit of photo critiques, I had completely forgotten to do one last critique for this week. Mine. It completely slipped my mind. I have my photos collected, but I completely forgot to do the video for them until I started uploading them and realizing there was one missing. So, I'm still kind of getting used to putting out the amount of videos that I am, but it's been totally solid. The number of people getting involved, it has been a little bit overwhelming, but that's a really good thing. Doing a video critique on each set of these photos has been like a highlight of my week so far. I'm really looking forward to it. So keep bring them on. Be sure to share the photo challenge with anybody else involved, anybody else that you know with a camera who is looking to get in on a challenge, who's looking to improve their photography and to join in the fun here. They don't have to jump into each and every challenge. Not everybody has to commit to each week. You can jump in to whatever challenge you feel comfortable getting in on. Plus, any weeks that you don't want to participate, your feedback and comments are always welcome over on the SharpGo Photography Facebook page. When everybody gets their submissions in, that's a big chunk of this challenge, is getting everybody else's feedback, not just my own. So you can help encourage people to head on over there and offer some tips and some likes on some photos that they like. And that's a way that you can help the challenge. So I'd appreciate it. But so for my selections this week, I've got 3 photos for you. I'll take a look at them right now, and I'll say what I kind of liked or didn't like about each of them here. This one here has just got this, Tarzan-looking man at the top of his kind of Aztec pyramid, and with this Jack and the Beanstalk vine behind him. I actually shot this at different f-stops. I should have included all of them. I tried shooting this. I wanted to try and see if I could convey the same kind of perspective that it may look in real life. I tried to make it look like how it would actually look if it was real, if it was full scale, I guess I should say. So I shot it at different f-stops, experimenting. This is the one that looked best for me. Actually, which one? This is probably just all the way open, actually. No, this is 5.6. So those are my settings there. 1/80, 5.6, ISO 250, 50 mil. So that is what I chose to shoot it at, or that's the shot that I chose to stick with. Again, there were a lot of smaller models and toys around my apartment, so I played with those a little bit, tried to see what I could shoot, different perspectives on them to see, do I want to try and minimize them, shoot them from top down to make them seem smaller, or this one is actually up high on a shelf, so I kind of liked, I had to step up a little bit. Actually, I had to stand on my couch and get that right angle there so that it kind of looks a little bit more gargantuan. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Moving on to this one here. This is the view that I see every day, sometimes too much, from my desk. And this is what has been put onto my wall. I enjoy having things behind my monitor, hanging up on the wall, things on top of the monitor to basically to say hello to keep me company. For a while, I had a whiteboard there. I had a corkboard. I would put little messages and notices and whatnot. This over here, these things are also just kind of little things that are me, and I like that it's all against black. But this painting here is from my sister. She's my family doesn't fully understand what I do as a filmmaker, so I like how she went out of her way she made this painting, which is very detailed for the camera itself, not my face obviously, but the camera itself is very detailed, and I like how I'm faceless. When she gave it to me, she said, "This is you," and she didn't really explain it. So what I took away from that was actually how I usually feel when I'm on set, when I'm behind the camera. A lot of people don't see the cameraman behind the camera. There have been times when you're literally hiding behind the camera the whole time. You can go through an entire shoot, and then when you go to say hi to the actor or actress, afterwards at the wrap party, they don't really recognize you. So that can happen. So that I like having that up behind my monitors to take a look at, because it's because it's indicative of the kind of work that I do, but also because it's from my sister, and I like to think that she kind of understands that part of my life. Enough of that mushy shit. So moving on to I've got a rubber ducky here. I don't know why this has followed me around. I've had this since my very first job. I used to work at a Loblaws, I think it was, and randomly this was on my monitor on top of my till one day, and so ever since then it's gone on top of every single computer monitor that I ever work on, that I ever work with. So for some reason it just follows me. The Wookiee, obviously, Wookiees are awesome. And her. So, but as for a photo here, sorry, I'm going to go back. As for a photo, I didn't, there was no staging. I just, there's actually more outside of the frame here, but I wanted to keep it right to here, because this really is the view from my desk once I sit down. I'm a little bit lower, obviously. But I don't know what struck me to take a picture of it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? And then here, so this was hinted at in the blog post. I did use this as an example for the blog post for the details of the challenge, when I was giving tips for the challenge of what to do when going around shooting in your house. I love this photo so much. This is a spider that that appears really, really freaking huge, but is actually very, very tiny. And let's call him Fred. Fred used to in the warmer weather hang out on the inside and sometimes inside, sometimes outside of my window in my kitchen. So every morning as I sat at the breakfast table eating breakfast, you turn a little bit to your right and boom, Fred's there to say hello. And I hated spiders growing up so much. I literally did have arachnophobia. It was a petrifying fear that I had. Somewhere in my life I grew out of that. I'm not sure how, but and so I loved how honestly the spiders. He also had other friends and family who would hang out in the window. Honestly, they would bother my girlfriend more than they would bother me. She cannot stand spiders inside. So I don't know. I got kind of used to him being there, and it was just kind of a part of my morning experience to see them there. Not that I would never keep a spider as a pet or anything like that, but I kind of liked it. It made the window a little bit more beautiful, a little bit nicer to look at. And I love shooting out of these windows in my apartment. They're fantastic. I love them. So there you go. I did a little bit of processing in Lightroom where I adjusted it. I cranked up the sharpness to make it, because in lieu of not having a macro lens, rather, I wanted to make sure that spider seemed as tack sharp as I could possibly get it, because even when I sharpen up the whole thing, it seems a little bigger for me. I dig the web. I dig how they still have the summer colors behind them. It's one of my favorite shots ever in my household. And no, I didn't take this past week. I've had this for a little while, but I really, really wanted to use it for this challenge. So there you go. So what do you guys think? I'll send those up to the Facebook gallery for you guys to tear apart and offer your thoughts on how they could have been made better. And stay tuned for the new challenge coming up. Thank you guys for participating in week 2. It's been awesome. I'm loving the shots that people are submitting so far. Keep it up. We'll see you next time.